So step one, masking data in Sandbox. What does this look like? So when you think about it, on the very left column here, you can see that I have three kinds of data, right? You have personal data, customer information, user, your employee information, partners. You have business sensitive. Who do we sell to, right? How much do we sell it for? So price books, accounts, things like that. And then you have other kind of information, which is really IT infrastructure specific, custom setting, production URL, single sign-on, SAML, so on and so forth. And so what you want to do from a masking of sensitive data perspective is across all your Sandbox instances, and I want to repeat this for clarity, including developer and developer pro. If you're a technologist in the room, you've heard this repeatedly that yes, dev and dev pro sandboxes don't have data, but they do have your users. They do have price books. They do have products. So for businesses where those are relevant, you want to think of them as well. And so what you want to do is the first step is you want to mask all this sensitive data. And the whole point of masking is you want to keep data realistic, but not real. So maybe Saurabh Gupta becomes John Smith, right? My email address is changed to xyz@123.com. The point is, it's still very usable data from a training perspective, from a testing perspective, from a development perspective, from production support type, emergency fix test perspective. So for all the reasons we have sandboxes, this data is still relevant, which you don't get when you encrypt or when you try to generate seed data. So it's relevant. It represents the realisticness of your data without giving away actual information. So we mask this for customer data very directly related to privacy laws like GDPR, CCPA, and others, and also just general good security and data hygiene things to do. We mask for delete business sensitive data. Again, this is where you can weigh in sandbox by sandbox, what kind of rules and regulations should apply, how much of this do I want to keep. And then the third thing you absolutely also want to do is you want to update your custom settings, remote site settings, and make sure that someone who is looking at this instance, especially in this day and age, you have people logging remotely, offshore, on-site, third-party developers, contractors, all of that. You want to make sure that you provide as much information as they need to do their job, but frankly, no more. So that's when it's the sensitive data. The other aspect is deleting the unneeded data. So all unstructured data that you don't need, whether it's chat or email, files, tasks, field history, you basically want to just throw it out. And that really applies directly to your full and partial. And so if that's one thing that if you want to wet your feet in, we do have an app on App Exchange. It's 5-star rated. So it's a great app to look at. This is native. So it basically is 100% built on Salesforce technologies, and your data is not going anywhere. We just sit on top of Salesforce and mask it.